Today we're going to be showing how to use Plant Edge to assign mark numbers and BOM groups to use for detailing bridal assemblies. First, we're going to start by separating our bridal. We've got line numbers assigned to all the lines as well as the trim for each vessel. Today we're going to use the trim for T1. Here we have a few different bridal assemblies. For today we're just going to use this bottom one. Now first we need to assign BOM group to this bridal so that we can sort it later. So we're going to use Edge Select and select all these items that are associated with this bridal. From here, as you can see, all the items are listed out with their short description, log description, as well as the tags of valves and level controls and various instruments. We're going to switch our layout to the BOM assembly layout. Now what this does is it gives us a BOM group and mark number that we can see over here on the side. First, we're going to select all these items and we're going to assign them a BOM group. We're going to give them all a BOM group of 1. Now what this does is once all the items have a BOM group, they're easily sorted with the whole model open. I will go ahead and show you that. We'll go ahead and show all to bring all the components back. And then we'll use an Edge All to select the entire drawing. From here, we're going to sort by the BOM group. What this does is it brings up that BOM group of 1 that we just assigned to that lower bridle for T1. So this gives us access to all these components and only these components. You can also assign BOM groups to other bridal assemblies and trim assemblies for easy sorting in Plant Edge. Now we need to assign mark numbers for use in detailing. You can sort by long description, item number, or any other number of methods. Today we're going to use the CADWorks default sort sequence to sort. Now from here, what we can do is select all, and then we can number these, and we're going to start with a number value of 1 with a step value of 1. And what that did is it gave each of these components a mark number to be used in detailing. From here, we're going to insert a BOM into our drawing. So there's our BOM that we just ran. From here, we're going to make some viewports so that we can detail our level bridal assemblies. So we're going to start by making a viewport. Through this process, we're going to have to 3D clip some of the objects out in the background as well as free some layers. This is going to take a few minutes. Now that we have our viewport, we're going to show you how you can use CADWorks Plant to run a BOM and bubble this assembly. We're going to select Bill of Material, Run, and Cut Length. We're going to use automatic placement for the numbers, and we're going to place the BOM heading right here. We're going to select the components, and here's our BOM assembly. Now what you can see is there's only 3 items here. That is because these 3 items happen to be generic attached. But because we do not have the center lines turned on in this drawing, it does not pull up any of the other information. So we're going to delete these items, delete our BOM, and we're going to turn center lines back on in this viewport. Now as you can see, although we've frozen all the solids out of this viewport that we do not need, by turning the centerline layer back on for CADWorks, we've now brought in center lines to other components that were not needed in this detail. So now when we run this BOM, we have to be careful on which center lines we choose. Now, using CADWorks Plant, here's a complete BOM of this assembly. It looks complete compared to what we have here. However, as you can see, the bubbles are not placed very ideal. So we're going to have to go through here and fix each one of these bubbles individually. These bubbles are also not intelligent. So if any component is removed from here, we will have to renumber this entire thing, rerun a new BOM, and rerun more bubbles, and then have to fix those bubbles again, which is very time consuming and tedious. So for now, we're going to delete this, and we're going to show you how to use Plant Edge to overcome these obstacles. From here, we're going to click inside the viewport and use Edge Select to select the components that we're going to be detailing. Now, it does not matter that we are capturing other center lines that are not part of this detail. As with our BOM group, we will be able to turn these off by sorting up here. So now only these components are selected. Now we can hit Select All and begin bubbling this drawing. Each bubble is going to correspond to each component. And to cycle through, you just simply left click and you can continue to bubble this drawing, each individual component one at a time. Now for time's sake, I'm not going to detail this entire bridal assembly right now. So I'm going to hit Escape. There's the bubbles for this drawing. As you can see, by using Plant Edge, you can place each bubble where you want and put it in an ideal location. Now, we can also use our toolbar up here to be able to bubble each individual component if we wish to do it in that way. We can also use our instrument tag to be able to place instrument tags for these instruments. We can also use the bubble tag and be able to pin the item number to the end of the instrument. Now, what makes Plant Edge so unique is that all these bubbles are intelligent bubbles. So let's say that the client no longer wants this level gauge and wishes for it to be deleted. So we can come into the model and delete our level gauge. Now, this will obviously create a different BOM. So we'll delete these bubbles and the tags. Now we need to rerun a new BOM. Now that we've deleted some components, as you can see, some mark numbers are missing. This is easily fixed as you can just hit Select All and renumber. So now we have new numbers attached to the components. So we can insert our BOM. Now from here, if any of these components change numbers, instead of having to rebubble it, all we have to do is hit the Audit button. Because the bubbles are intelligent, it will automatically fix all of them. As you can see, after running Audit and the changes were made, the changed bubbles turn red. This is just to denote that there was a change in the bubble number. To turn that back to green, you just come up here and hit Clear. Now as you can see, using Plant Edge is so much easier to use, and with intelligent tagging, you can easily change and fix things in just a click of a few buttons. Now that you've been able to see the advantages of using Plant Edge over CADWorks Plant BOM, we're also going to talk about how this is an advantage over using Isogen to generate bridals. In this case, our level control and level switch and our level gauge that was deleted are all generic attached components. This just means that CADWorks doesn't have a component for those entities. Now you could use a user group shape and make a shape, and you'd also have to make an S key to be able to run this in Isogen. However, the problem with that is even if you took the time to do all those things and you did run your bridal in Isogen, you'd only have one simplistic view of a bridal assembly. In this case, we've got many different components coming off this bridal. Because of the complexity of the bridal, it's much better to use different views and put it in paper space layouts in detail using this method than Isogen, which will only give you one view. And that concludes how to use Plant Edge to be able to assign mark numbers and BOM groups for use in detailing bridal assemblies. And also the advantages over using CADWorks Plant BOM or Isogen for bridal detailing. Thanks.
If you would like more information or to schedule a live demo,
please come visit us at www.edge-ss.com, email us at info@edge-ss.com, or give us a call at 281-394-9160. And thank you for watching.